tubes blinking, tanks near dead. Solar arrays just mocking me instead. Power bars flat, the sun's to shine. Jungle.com just dropped me a line. Drills on a ship, I can't even fly. 16 clicks to get ice or try. Radio mod, but no way to see. Guess I'll drill stone, no gravity. I'm trapped, I'm broke, no jetpack cheap. Just a flickering light and fast heartbeat. Stone to mind must feed the kid. Agoraphobic engineering. Can't rage quit. Batteries failing, lights go dim. I name each block from deep within. No time for snoring, oxygen's low. No way out but build real slow. Stone dust gives me hope at last. Looks like dirt, refines real fast. My plushes watch the calamity. They say refine or cease to be. I'm warm, I'm tired, I'm settling in. The vent still works but makes a dent. Must make it work, need more stone. Agoraphobic engineering out here alone. Out here alone.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Agoraphobic Engineering. I can sort my wave out, there we go. So, as you saw, we're constantly mining ice. Ice is going to be the main problem, I think, because if I just go in here and get back into my normal mode of operation, there we go. We can see the oxygen tank is 1.9%, and as you saw, I've just brought back a load of ice, so we should have somewhere, let's do it this way round, ice over there, small cargo container over here. Now we've only just finished refining all the stone that I had, so we've got a few resources, or at least a few means to make resources, and apparently I can't move that. Let's put that in there, that in the insect connector, and those are switched off at the moment, so let's clear those out. Okay, good. So, no, that's the wrong one, isn't it? Where are we? Insect connector. Got caps on as well, that doesn't help. There's our O2 gen. O2, oh, we don't have an O2 gen. Haven't built one yet, have we? Oh, okay. So, yeah. We're going to have to do it through those. And O2 generators, we'll switch them on. So we need the ship to do that conversion for us. Just catching up on everything here. So I think oxygen is my priority. The battery is not doing very well, but it's okay at the moment. We've got 3 hours left. So I think priority is the sun's going to be coming up soon. Yep, just about appearing, so we want to get on and repair these oxygen farms. And I've no way of knowing what they need, but if I can find something somewhere on all these hotbars, let's do it on that one. Farm, there we go. So we can see, I'm actually going to put it on there, we can see we need steel plate, bulletproof glass. Can't actually tell what the critical component is from there, so let me just grab a little bit of that. And okay, so the critical component is the glass. We need 40 glass for each one, basically. I think if it needed computers, we would be below the functional line, and they're not. They are all functioning. But I think the reason we need the glass, as I mentioned in the last episode, is I have seen on, I think it was the wiki, oxygen farms require hydrogen to operate. Now, I might be wrong there, so don't quote me on that. But my thinking is they are part of the conveyor system, and that's enough, really, that they might lose hydrogen. And I know one of the problems that we've been having, or others have had with this scenario, is the hydrogen just seems to just vanish. And even in my test playthrough, the hydrogen, I had like 4.8% or something, and I looked the next time and it was empty. So that's the reason I've switched off the base hydrogen tank. The ship is doing okay creating its own hydrogen from ice anyway, so not worried about that. So I really want to get that fixed so that we can get those farms operational. Now I've got 44. We are going to need at least 40 for each one, and we have got, how many have we got? 6, is it? Something like that. So let me grab all the good stuff from there, and we'll stick it in there. And you are producing stuff. It'll be stuff we don't need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should be enough glass for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should be more than enough glass if we have the means to make it all. So required 750, 740 silicon, and we've got 1.85. So that's not enough, is it? We don't have any more stone. We do have a little bit, but it's not enough to do anything with. So I think the next thing we need to do, I could go and repair some of them with the glass we've got, but let's see. The best I'm going to get is 2, isn't it? Assuming they're completely out of glass, and got no room for it. All right, let's put that in there for now, and I'm going to go and get a load of stone, and then we can mess around with the ship while it's processing that. I think that's the best idea. Oh, that one. So I mentioned in the last episode about the survival less likely mod, and I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it, but I've had a look at it, and let me get this mining down. I'll bring it up on the screen for you. I think we should keep it. It's definitely making life more difficult. But there are a few things in it which I think would kind of spoil the original intent of the scenario if we took it out. So just waiting for that last bit of the bar to fill up. Top left hand corner, if you're wondering. No, I think that must be full. I think probably the little bit that's left is something else. Okay. Where's the base? Yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we've got 8, which I think is the glass I created. So the sun is just coming onto them now, so we can switch them back on, I think. Find the connector. Where's the connector? Yes, I know I can put a camera underneath, and I certainly will do at some point, but not just while we're struggling for resources. There we go. Okay. And I think when we dock, that switches the O2 gens off. It does, so we'll switch them back on again. And close the outer door. So we got to have the survival kit running now. Yes, it is. Making our ingots, which means Our battery is probably even more stretched. Yeah, 3 hours, not too bad. Okay, and then we want to put the farms on. Maximum output 3.6, current output 0. A little bit coming in off those. Just depends how much sun they've got on them, I guess. Alright, so while that's doing that, I'm going to change these over. I think initially the only thing I need is a welder, just to get those farms repaired. I could put a grinder on the other side, but I think for now we'll just go with the welder, which I think is on there. So that includes all 3 of them. And that plugs straight on. So you're going to need 6 small steel tubes, more motors, and another computer. Alright, now we can store it. We don't have a computer. Can we have a computer, please? Thank you. Okay, so now we need to load up the... I don't know why I'm walking. Now we need to load up the glass. Got 92. Could do with taking some more out, really. Let's do medium cargo, which of course is full of stone. We really need more storage, don't we? Not a lot I can do about that. We don't have cobalt, so I can't make grids, so I can't make any more storage. I guess we'll just offload as much as we can, and take all the ingots we can. You can go in there. Yeah, that's not really going to make us a lot, is it? I think we'll get these farms repaired, and then we might have to try and set up a small refinery and get some silicon. Yeah, that's no good in my inventory. And you can't make any more. Right, so we're gonna have to just see how much we can repair, I think, with that. So currently, if we look at the farms, don't know why I keep ending up in the caps lock, but anyway. So yeah, if we go to the group, we can see there are 7 damaged, and we have 8 in total. So we've no way of knowing which ones the damaged ones are. What am I after? So antenna. Let's take caps lock off, shall we? Antenna. So you are on 5,000. You are on 5,000. Okay. Remote. Okay, and then we want to go to, let's use that one. Toolbox. Know which is the best ones to start with. I think they're all pretty much the same. I mean, the bottom two on that side obviously don't get the sun anywhere near as early, so perhaps we'll start down here. Okay, that looked good. Actually, before I do that, how much... I think we had 90 something, so what's that used, like 10 maybe? 10 or 11? Oh, that used a lot, so that went from 83 to 44, so 39? $36 left. Oh, some of them require lots, some of them not so much. Okay, and then I'll do... Oh, we got some damaged pipe work there, look. That's not going to help, is it? Okay. Seems okay. That one was damaged. Got any left? One. One's not going to go very far. Alright, so that's all we can do. But we do need some stuff. I wonder how many we've got. That one looks okay. We've got green, green, green. Those don't have lights on, I don't think. So basically just need to bring some pipe work out. What are these? Oh, those are smoking as well, though. Okay. That middle one's not lit up, so I'm assuming it looks like the smoke's coming off that middle one, doesn't it? So that's one. Smoke seems to definitely be coming off this one, doesn't it? Maybe two. Maybe we should get enough stuff for like 3, just in case. Okay. So let's close the outer door. And what have we got? What do they need? Let's set this up a little bit, shall we? Conveyors. Start with those. I do like the connector next. And then the round one, then the square one, and then we'll worry about the rest later. So the round one, what was it, a T-piece? So interior plate, motors, just general stuff. Motors, small steel tubes. Okay. So medium cargo. We'll take a couple of those. I think that's pretty much everything. We've got some more in here. Where are we? Oh, of course. Can't transfer from one to one. I think we're probably going to need some more of these, so I think I'll take all of those and all of those. I think the rest should be okay. Now, let me just check. Medium cargo. Yes, it's definitely in there. Now, close that. Back up into our little seat. This seat is going to get worn out by the time we finish, isn't it? Okay. one did we say? I think it's that middle one there. It's kind of awkward because I don't want to repair anything else. Come in from this angle. That fix it? Still don't see any lights on it. Pretty sure it's supposed to have green lights on it. Let's just try that again. Alright, we're right next to it there, so I think that would have done it. I'm surprised it doesn't show green though. Check this one while we're here. No, that's okay. Pretty sure if that middle one was broken, that would be repairing it. Let's just check this one while we're here. Okay. So we maybe need a little bit more glass for those two, but for now I think that should be pretty good. And they're coming on or into pretty much full sun now, so that should help a little bit. Right, let me dock this up. Nope, let's get the right menu, that would help. There we go. And close that outer door. And remember to put the O2 generators on. Let's get some of that ice converted. And then we've still got 2 damage, so that'll be those bottom 2 on the dark side. So that's fine. We can get some glass onto those as soon as. So O2 gens are on. What else can we do? Well, let's see if we've got any more ingots we can use. 42 silicon. It's not going to go very far, is it? But looks like we've run out of stone. Yep. We've still got a bit of ice left. Right, let me dump these in here, and that can be crafting. And then I want to show you. Let me just come up here somewhere. Ooh, ow, that hurts. Apparently, you can't stand in the windows. Just want to put a blank background behind me for a second. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my survival less likely mod description. Is that the right word? Bear with me a second. Okay, so again, I'll zoom into it in the edit for you, but I'll just quickly go through it. So the list of changes is quite immense. We've got the large refinery now has its own separate set of ingots, and I think that's done because it no longer processes stone. So stone is just processed in the survival kit and maybe the small refinery. So the large grid oxygen generator, operational power increased from 0.5 to 0.7. Ice to gas ratio for oxygen production reduced, and it's been reduced from 10 to 0.1. So you literally get 1/10 of the oxygen out of the ice that you used to get. And the small one from power consumption has increased, so it takes more power, and the oxygen farm, large block oxygen farm, not sure why that's under the small oxygen generator. Large block oxygen farm, reduced gas. I think that maybe should be under the separate heading, but anyway, so the large grid oxygen farm produces more than it used to. So it's gone up from 0.03 to 0.06, so it produces double. The blueprint class is just simply compatibility with other mods. So the general blueprints, these reduce the iron yield from stone. So the iron, nickel, and silicon yields from stone have been significantly reduced from 30 to 15, 2.4 to 1.2. So basically half. And then stone ore to ingot basic. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe in the survival kit. So those have also been reduced. And so it goes on. So reduced iron yield for iron ore to ingot, and then nickel, and then silicon, cobalt, magnesium, silver, gold, platinum, uranium, scrap. So everything has been reduced. You don't get anywhere near as many resources out of the stuff you mine. So essentially this mod, Survival Less Likely, makes everything a lot more difficult. You don't get as many resources for the stuff you mine, and you consume a lot more oxygen than you otherwise would as well. So that's quite interesting. For that reason, I think we should leave the mod in, because it's clearly the way the scenario designer wanted it. He wanted it to be more difficult, and that certainly makes it more difficult. So just get rid of that off the screen. There we go. So there we have it. We're stuck with it. Right. What else do I need to do? I need to get a lot more of this, and for that we need silicon, and to get that we really need a basic refinery. So G refinery, no, G refinery. It'll be on that one, so we'll just use that. Basic refinery, and need some steel. Okay, so we need lots of steel plates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build what I can. It's not staying here, by the way. This is just so that I can be sure I've got everything. I think I'll order up the components. No, I don't know where it's going to make them. It's trying to make them here, by the looks of it. Steel plate computers. Yeah. Yeah, so it's making it all there. And then we got to find somewhere to put it. Now, the refinery only has 2 ports on it, and they are sort of pass-through ports. So we've got connection there and there. That's not exactly pass-through. Oop, I'm stuck. We've got a connection here and here. That is pass-through. But we also need one on the end. So that doesn't really work, does it? This is a full... Yeah, that's full. So it's got connections on all sides. And we need to keep the battery, but we could get rid of that light. We've got lots of other lights in here, and that's taking up power that we really don't want to use. Yeah, so we can connect our refinery into there. It'll pass through into there, which is the outside world. So I can't do anything with that one, or at least not until the refinery's in. So, okay, that's a good place for it. Right, so we've definitely got all the components. So I'm going to put these back in here. The next project. We'll take that one down. And then... yeah, so we've got a port on the back, port on the front. And let's go with... is that the right colour? Kind of looks about right, doesn't it? I think that's right. Yeah, so one thing that is really a problem here is space. And once we get on top of the oxygen and the power situation, I'm going to be looking at increasing the amount of hangar space we have. Because we need an oxygenated area. And there is some space over here I can use. Obviously I can't do anything with this wall of stuff here, or at least this wall has to remain so that we can separate the hangar environment. But that's just a corridor, so we don't necessarily need a corridor there, and I don't really need these catwalks. There's no real reason for them. And then on the back of here we've got obviously my assembler, which we could actually move. And then these kitchen items, which are kind of unnecessary. You forget the fact that I might need to eat. So we're going to need an O2 gen at some point as well, and I know an O2 gen has connections on both ends and top and bottom, doesn't it? So that would fit in there quite nicely. But I can't put the assembler anywhere because it's only got one port on it, and that's obviously connecting that. Oh, stuck again. I think we're stuck with it being up there for now. I mean, I could put it in there, but then we'd be down to one fan, which isn't ideal. Just means it'll take longer for evacuating air and things. So I think we're going to have to be stuck with this for now, which is kind of a nuisance. Have we got any more ingots? We've got a little bit more glass. Ingot. Basic assembler. That's no good. So, I think now we've got a basic refinery up. I'm going to go and mine certainly some more stone to start with, and then maybe try and get just some iron, some silicon, some nickel, and that sort of thing, if I can find it. Where are we? So I don't know if you noticed, by the way, that yeah, this drill does not connect. Take it off. Does not connect to here, but it does have a side connection. So it's quite a clever design. It means you can swap the tools in and out as required. Four steel plates. Ooh. Okay. Can we maybe have 100 of those as well, please? If you've got enough. Okay. No, what am I doing? I'm pressing all the wrong buttons now. It's that one I wanted to press, and going to need, let's go back to that color. We're going to need to set that up, I think. It won't be in the group. So let's close that, go back up into my favorite little seat. And USM drills, yeah, so we need that one. And we don't need it on there. We got it on inventory, yeah. But we don't need it on there either. Okay, stone. Let's get some stone going. True. That's local. We can leave the antenna as it is. I think we are carrying a little bit of stuff, but where are we? Few components. well, we'll leave them there for now. So the biggest problem I'm having at the moment, apart from power, which we really need to get on top of, we don't have any cobalt. So I can't increase the storage. So storage is definitely a problem. Let me just see if I can empty some of that. So medium cargo, small cargo container, let's dump all that in there. Actually, it managed to store all of that, strangely. But what I was thinking was, in the last episode, I added this camera and stuck these blocks out, and I was thinking afterwards, I wish I'd have kept that a flat block, but I can. Oh, we've got steel, good. What I could do is get up there. I can extend that on the top there. So that will hold the LCD in place, and then I can take that off. And we can put that on there now. How far does that stick out? I don't want to come too far, or it's going to interfere with the drills. But if I were to put, where are we? What have we got? Let's go there. I'll just set this up while I'm here. So I normally have solar panels on the end there. Yeah, so if I were to put that on there, that sticks out way too far, but we could put one of those on. So instead of that one, how about we do that one? And that way, we have a means to capture these unknown signals. Steel, steel. Yeah, so we can use that camera to line up with unknown signals, which might be a little more accurate. And don't really need those circular pieces on there, but they kind of just, they're there. We'll leave them there. Okay. So we've got 12 minutes on that unknown signal. Let's see if we can get to that. It is within 5 kilometers. But just to be on the safe side, let's increase that to 7,500. Is that right? 5,000, 7,500, yeah, that's right. Always worries me that. Control. Control. Doors are open because the lights are flashing. And we're over there. Okay, so I'm not really using that hotbar. I'm gonna take those off there. Don't really need that. Oops. So we want, what do we want? We want switch lock. We want auto lock on off, and view camera. And just in case it's on, we'll have that on there as well. look, we got a large hydrogen thruster there. That's nice. And the button's on the top. I need to be able to access it, so let's go down here. I hope it doesn't run away as we approach it. So, switch, auto lock is on. Let's go to that camera. Gonna have to get it somewhere here because I don't want my drill to knock it. So try and get it between the two drills. There we go. We got it. Back to that camera. Back to... where are we? On the top like that. We got 9 minutes left, so we should be fine. Okay, I'm going to try and squeeze this in somewhere now. Don't know if I'm going to be able to just dock straight in. I need to be able to access it. So, can we maybe dump it over there? Somewhere around there, maybe? Where are we? That one, so off, unlock, and scratch the paintwork. There we go. Close the doors. Sorry, have to have those in the right place. Right, we cannot. And this is where this comes in handy. So, grabby hands, very useful for this kind of thing. And nothing. Okay, well, that's fine. Oh, that's a drill that we're never going to use. And some magnesium. Well, what we do have though is 22 metal grids, which is incredibly useful. There we go, all gone. So, I'm thinking, let's get rid of that while we think about it. What do we get for those? Silicon, nickel and iron. Oh, well, okay. Speaking of tools, can we get... No, that's cobalt. Yeah, so I would have to destroy some grids to get some cobalt to make those, which I don't really want to do. Yeah, putting a cargo box on the outside would be brilliant, but I can't. Or at least I can't yet. So we said an O2 would fit in nicely there. Just replace the conveyor, wouldn't it? So maybe a cargo box there, that gives me hangar access to cargo as well. I think that would work. Okay, so cargo, and while I'm at it, tree. I kind of have a set way of setting up my stuff. So if I put you back in there, can I build? I can build. Oh, okay. Need not to build anything. So we said here, didn't we? Yeah. And going to a grey. So that connects all the conveyors up as they were connected before, but actually gives us more storage, which is fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, for quick ease of finding thing, I'm just going to put CC after that one, and then we'll just call this one hangar. Right, so let me just check. First of all, I don't want all those. So, no easy way of doing this, is there? Yeah. So there's nothing in the ship. That's what I wanted to find out. Right. Move you up. And we're going to go hunting because a few resources would be good. So I'm going to increase these back to 20. 1, 2, 3. Let's just check that battery. No, still 3 hours. That's because the sun's on the solar panels. We really need to sort that out. What about O2? What do we got? Yeah, we're doing okay on that. It's kind of holding steady-ish. We're inputting as much as we're using at the moment with the sun full on. Just. What was I doing? Yes. So, what remote? And we started over there. So we got one up there. Oh, there's one over there as well. Okay, let's go from the left and do it that way. So we want that one, and obviously the inevitable stone. Then we've got a spike on what looks like magnesium. But there's 2 at the end there that don't line up with magnesium. So what's the other one? Ice. Looks like more ice. So definitely stone. Probably ice. Yeah, I think that's ice. That might actually be closer than the one I'm going to. Okay, what about you? What have you got? It's also looking like ice. We've also got a spike. Usually there are 2, so I'm trying to see. We've definitely got spikes where there's ice. But we've got little spikes as well. All over the place. Okay, well we know this one's got ice. It might be nickel, I think, on that one. Tiny one there. Huge spike for silver. Okay. That's the silver one. That's might be cobalt, but it's certainly silicon, I think. Okay. That's a start. That's nothing. That's definitely stone. I think that's cobalt. Yeah, the 3 huge spikes all line up with a spike on cobalt line, so that's good to know. I'm kind of really tempted to go and get some, but we really need iron, silicon and things first. Gosh, I'm all over the place, aren't I? Lost observer drone. So, what do we got here? 2 little spikes on stone. More stone. A huge spike. Oh, it's changed. Why did it change? We know we've got nickel on our own asteroid here. Can't really see it with the sun on it, can we? Let's go over here. Still can't see it with the sun on it. Anyway, yeah, I know there's a little bit of nickel here. You can actually see it on the outside somewhere. Make sure I'm orientated correctly. Where is it? There. So I could grab a little bit of that. Not going to get too much because it'll just clog up the system, and it's not something you use like a lot of. Well, not at this stage of the game anyway. So let's just get a little bit of that. That'll do. Haven't found any iron yet, have we? Let me just get back the orientation here. Okay, so we were working our way along there. Did we do that one? I think we did that one. So definitely stone and very little else by the look of it. There's no other spikes on that one, is there? No, I don't see anything on that one. So I think that's just stone. We kind of run out of asteroids. So we got a massive spike on the right hand side there, which kind of lines up with cobalt, I think. We've got another spike second in from the right, also cobalt, and another one, yeah, I think that's definitely cobalt. So I really want cobalt. I want to make sure we've got some, because you can build thrusters with cobalt. Let's go and get a little bit of that to put with our nickel. Just keeping an eye on my range from the station here. We're at 17 clicks out, so gotta be careful. I think we're going to increase those antennas. Antenna. Let's make that 25 just to be on the safe side. And solitude station. Antenna. I mean, I know we're not going any further, but I don't want to risk losing the ship, because that would kind of be the end of the the end of the game. Any cobalt sticking out? Please don't make me go inside the asteroid. Don't see any. Some lights on. I have to get closer now. Is that a hole? No. that's a hole. Is it a big enough hole though? It is now. I should put my ore detector on, shouldn't I? Wow. Massive great hole and nothing. Okay. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we can approach safely from down here. Let's grab some of this lovely stuff, shall we? That'll do. I don't want too much because it just clogs everything up. Just enough to get us started. Alright, where's home? Home is over there, okay. So, we're upside down. Something like that. So what I'm going to do is turn that on. Oh no, I'm going to leave that on. I'm going to head for somewhere that's not going to collide. Say there. Yeah, see, this is where I use the gyro override, so normally I would override the gyros here, but what I'm going to do is just get some speed up somewhere in there, and then I'll take my dampers off, and that way we continue to cruise in that direction no matter what I do, and then we can have a look at asteroids that are past the base, if I can find any. You gonna do something? Don't know if that did anything or not. And so we got a big spike there on probably nickel, maybe? Just see if that did update. Didn't update. Could you update for me, please? It's not being very helpful, is it? Ah, there we go. So where we've got the spikes says silicon, and possibly silver, maybe? It's definitely silicon. Another one just appeared up there. I think both of those are silicon, actually. It looks like they're on the way home, but I think they are going to be way past home. So I'm going to go and take this load home first, I think. And we'll see how we're doing on time. Okay, so we're just coming in to land. Kind of kept my speed down, but actually we're slowing down okay because I haven't got that much cargo on board. So we know over that way one of those asteroids is silicon. So then all we need to do is find some iron. And we'll check our O2 situation while we're at it. Somewhere around there. Where are you? There we are. Let's just have a look here. Refinery's already grabbed it. Medium cargo. And let's put it in the hangar. Okay. Then if we have a look at ores, we're doing nickel at the moment. I think what I'll do is I'll take, say, 2500 of that and 3500 of that. So we're going to do some nickel, then we're going to do some cobalt. That might actually be a bit too much. So let's split that again. That way we switch between them. Not terribly important. Right, let's go back in here. This should be empty now. Just double check. Yep, we're empty. Didn't actually check the oxygen, so we'll have to hope we've got some. And it comes straight out from the base. Gotta mind those fragments there, haven't we? Where was the other asteroids? Put that on. I'm going to go to that camera and I can't see a thing. So that one's predominantly stone and perhaps ice. Yeah, I think that's stone and ice. That one is silver? Something else there as well. I think that's silicon and maybe silver. So, oh, it's now changed again. I think that's definitely silicon. So let's not crash into anything. That could be the one on the far side of it. Oh, the far side of it. Gosh, that's twitchy. Okay, so let's try and get up there somewhere. Okay, nearly there. Well, we actually know you've got silicon, so let's have a look at you, because you seem to be a bit closer. Now, the problem with silicon is it's quite hard to spot, especially in this blaring sunlight. Quick fly around, hopefully without crashing into anything. Ooh, that's a big dark hole. Come on, show me where the silicon is. Not that big an asteroid. No. Oh, silver. Okay. Well, I don't want it, but we'll mark it. So let's just come out here. Somewhere around there will do. GPS AG. And I'm actually going to switch it off for now. I'm going to switch the cobalt off, I think, as well, and we don't need to know where Earth is at the moment. That's kind of irrelevant. So, okay. Would be really good if I was looking for silver, wouldn't it? Silicon. Aha. Up there somewhere. Please be on the outside. No. No hole there. I think we're going to have to dig for it. Yeah. Okay, what's the closest we can get to it? Silicon 40, 39, 37. That'll have to do. Actually go back to my top view for this. Oh, are we there? No, it's not silicon, is it? Is it? Just grab a bit of that. It is. Oh, okay. Didn't look like silicon. It's all silicon. Wow, it's huge. Okay, well, we'll grab some of that then. Okay, just half a load of that will do. And if we can get out, come to a safe point. Wow, that, considering it was supposed to be 40 meters away, that was pretty close, wasn't it? Right, GPS SI. And I don't think we're going to need any more of that for a little while to come, so I'm going to switch that one off as well. Now, where's my base? The other side of the asteroid. Super. So, just want to line myself up here, so that we've come from there to here. Where were the other asteroids? There's that one up there. That's giving a high result for stone and a small result for ice by the look of it. We're down to 39% ice, so we could actually do with some of that. But I'm more interested in finding iron at the moment. So again, we've got stone and looks like ice. Yeah, I think that's stone and ice. Yeah, what about you? That looks like iron. Okay, so let's not crash into anything. I think I'll aim. Where should we aim? Well, those are shards, so they might have something on them. Let's aim that direction. Thruster off and accelerate. Okay, so we are just arriving. I'm kind of hoping... Oh, there you go, we can see the iron. A couple of lumps of it anyway. So I'm going to try not to slow down until I really need to, because I don't want to burn too much hydrogen. So just going to be guesswork because I don't know the range here. I don't know how long it's going to take me to slow down with half a load, so we're not going to crash into anything. So I'm just going to kind of guess. Maybe there? Take my gyros off override. So there's some up there to my left, and there was definitely some over here. Let's put you back on. In this little nook here, wasn't it? Ah, there we go. Iron. Just flicked up then. You gonna flick up again? Thank you. So, it looks like this one might be buried as well. Great. Before I do anything, let's GPS it. So that's going to be quite an important one. There we go. Beautiful. And we can put our ejectors on for this. Grab as much as I can. So we need a few more repairs on those O2 farms. We need to sort out a better solar array because the one we've got is just rubbish, and we need an O2 gen on the base. Switch those off, save a bit of power. So those are kind of the essentials that must get done soon. I think once we're in a position where we're making, or at least holding our own with the power, and holding our own with oxygen, so we don't have to keep going and get more ice, because we're going to run out with that eventually. Although plenty of asteroids have it, but you know, it's not an infinite supply. So that's something that needs working on. I think also to save power I need to switch the oxygen farms off when the sun is not on them, and we can do that using the solar rotor. So if we calculate what angles the rotor is at when the sun is on the oxygen farms, then we can put an event controller in, or maybe two. Yeah, I think it would have to be one for the start and one for the finish that handles that, so that's something that we can do. Thank you for all the comments on the last episode. Definitely some good ideas in there, such as event controllers to control when I sit in a certain seat, switch the antennas on and off. I like that a lot. Also to maybe have a small grid converter somewhere and put the timers and possibly event controllers and things on that to save space. That's a really good idea. I've done that before. Thank you for the suggestion. And indeed, thank you all for watching. Very, very happy. So many viewers on the last episode. It was brilliant. It was really nice to see. I'm glad that you appreciate my work. Meanwhile, I'm going to get this load back, get it processed, and possibly put up a to-do list or a stuff yet list so that we don't forget things. In the next episode, I will be concentrating again on specifically the solar array. Need to sort that out with some urgency. And basically getting myself more established, and then the next thing I want to do is get a way of docking this outside the hangar so I can use the hangar as a build space, because obviously as long as this thing's in the hangar there's just no space left. So all that to come in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye now.
Agoraphobic engineering is my insistence. Stone's all been processed, O2's nearly out. Suddenly I'm thinking, here comes more doubt.